It's February 8th, 2026, Super Bowl Sunday, and you're listening to the Gaily News, your sharp, no-filter daily roundup of the LGBTQ plus headlines that are relevant and recent. I'm your host, Elliot Bright, and today we're locked into the freshest developments. Expect an out Olympian facing down vicious online hate for daring to speak up, a Russian publisher forcing disgust into neutral science about animal behavior, a bisexual skier making Olympic history with a gold win, right-wing panic over the Super Bowl's queer-ish vibes, and ongoing grief and resistance around the tragic killing of a queer mom. It's a day blending triumph, absurdity, and urgency. Let's unpack it. U.S. figure skater Amber Glenn, the first openly pansexual woman to compete at a Winter Olympics, is limiting her social media after receiving a scary amount of hate and threats for speaking out about LGBTQ plus issues. Following Team USA's gold in the figure skating team event today at the Milano Cortina Games, the 26-year-old three-time U.S. champion addressed the backlash from her earlier comments, urging the community to stay strong amid tough times in America. She called the response outlandish and said she's never had so many people wish her harm just for using her voice when asked. Glenn, an advocate for LGBTQ plus rights and mental health, is stepping back online to protect herself while still competing. Women's individual event starts February 17th. Solidarity to her. Speaking truth shouldn't come with death threats. Jumping aboard, Russia's crackdown on anything remotely LGBTQ plus just hit the animal kingdom. A magazine editor revealed today that his publisher demanded he censor or rewrite neutral scientific descriptions of same-sex behavior in animals for a book, insisting any mention must express disgust to comply with the country's anti-LGBT propaganda laws. The editor mocked the overreach, pointing out how even basic biology gets weaponized under these rules. This follows recent fines for old queen drag photos and raids on publishers/streamers pushing queer content. In Putin's Russia, apparently even penguins and bonobos are too gay for public discussion without a side of revulsion. Absurd, chilling, and peak authoritarian nonsense. And how could we stay away from the Super Bowl? We can't. Super Bowl 60 kicks off tonight at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, and while the game itself might be football, the queer vibes are undeniable, and some folks are mad about it. Right-wing broadcaster Greg Kelly on Newsmax declared he won't watch because the Super Bowl 5010 logo looks a little bit LGBT queerish to him. Meanwhile, the halftime show with outspoken LGBTQ plus ally Bad Bunny, bisexual Green Day frontman Billy Joe Armstrong, and out lesbian Brandi Carlile has drawn counter-programming from Turning Point USA's All-American Alternative featuring Kid Rock. Brands are leaning gay vague with queer cameos but no bold stories, showing progress tempered by caution. Still, the visibility is there, and the panic from the right proves its landing. And there's just a little more about the game of the year. This deserves to be talked about again because, gay. Super Bowl 60 is about to get a whole lot fiercer. Meet Jeremy Greer, the New England Patriots' only male cheerleader, and openly gay, who's set to perform and turn heads on the big stage. Already going viral for his talent and energy, Greer represents a rare spotlight on gay men in NFL cheer squads, pushing visibility in one of sports' most macho spaces. While ads this year lean gay vague, queer celebs in non-explicit spots showing progress but still pulling punches, Greer's presence is unapologetic. Icon status incoming, because nothing says Super Bowl like a fierce gay man stealing the sideline show. And speaking of stories that are ongoing, we simply must circle back to this. The character assassination of queer mom Renee Nicole Good, fatally shot by an ICE agent in Minneapolis on January 7th, continues to draw condemnation today. New Ways Ministry reflected on the incident, noting how media quickly reduced her to lesbian labels while ignoring her as a loving mother of three. The story has fueled broader discussions on anti-LGBTQ plus bias in reporting and the dangers queer people face in encounters with authorities. As protests and calls for justice persist in Minneapolis, this tragedy underscores how our identities get weaponized even in death. Rest in power, Renee. Your story isn't being silenced. I don't know about you, but I am rooting neither for the Seahawks nor the Patriots, but instead for love and acceptance. That's your Gaily News for today. Timely, fierce, and unapologetically us. Keep fighting, keep loving, keep calling out the nonsense. You can now find us on all major podcast networks and even listen on YouTube. This is Elliot Bright signing off. Stay fabulous, and I'll see you tomorrow.